It's July 2020, and in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys exactly what I'm buying for this month. I'll be going over some stock picks that I think have a lot of potential, and on top of that, I'm going to go over with my plans on what I'm doing with my portfolio. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, my name is Bruce Wang. I'm a dividend investor, real estate investor, and last month was a big milestone for me. I'm making over $200 from dividends every single month. My portfolio has grown a lot since last month as well. Let's jump right into it so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. This is Simply Safe Dividends, and my portfolio annual income is sitting at $2,625. Let's dig a little deeper into that. Now let's take a look at some of the payments that I'll be getting for this month. Here we go. Some of the companies that will be paying me dividends this month: Coca-Cola, Nike. If we look here, this is one of my bigger dividends from Vanguard S&P 500. I have about almost 30 shares in my Roth IRA. So in my videos, I like to disclose my entire portfolio. But what I'm doing right now is, if you guys join my membership, yes, I just came out with a membership, I'll give you guys full access to my portfolio every single week. And I'll be telling you exactly when I buy or sell any of my dividend stocks. So you guys don't have to wait for these videos to come out, because I don't come out with videos every single day. If I did come out with videos every single day, I would probably drive myself crazy. Jumping back into the overall portfolio here, it's sitting at $65,907. This consists of a bunch of different portfolios. We have my Roth IRA, M1 Finance, Robinhood account, and my Webull account, all totaling up to $65,900. So that's going to be it for the update. I'm well on my way to a $100,000 portfolio. I believe that I'm going to be able to hit it by at least the end of the year, especially if I'm continuing to go at this rate. And hopefully there's no more stock market crashes. But if it does happen, I'll still be grinding it out right in front of you. So now let's jump into all of the stocks that I'll be potentially buying this month, and I have already started building up positions in these companies as well. So one of the first stocks that I'll be buying into is one that I've been buying into for a long time. On my Robinhood portfolio, sitting at just under $25,000. Let's scroll down here. This is SBHD, a monthly paying dividend ETF. Right now I have 170 shares. It took me a while to get here, but I think by the end of this month, I'll be able to reach my goal of having 200 shares of this ETF. And that's where I'm going to be capping off my investment into SBHD and looking for more growth opportunities. Just today, I was paid one of my bigger dividends from SBHD. I received just under $24 for owning 154 shares of SBHD. In the short term, I see that SBHD is really underperforming, but the one thing about it is that it is pretty stable ever since the crash in March. I'm definitely going to keep buying SBHD. I'll be buying about 10 shares every single week until I hit 200 shares. And then from then on, I'll be holding on to that, waiting for the price to improve, and just keep collecting the dividends in between then. So one of the newer additions to the portfolio is my Gap stock. I made a video just last week about Gap. Kanye West has a clothing brand called Yeezy. They're doing a 10-year collaboration, 10-year partnership with Gap. If you guys don't know anything about that, go watch my last video, but this is really good news. I'm really bullish on this, if you guys really can't tell. Gap is really in a bad spot right now. They're not doing well. They haven't been doing well over the past few years, probably 10 years or so. I haven't even stepped into a Gap store in the last 10 years. But if there's one person that can really turn around Gap, it's going to be Kanye West. And so when I heard the news, I got a little bit too excited, and I picked up a lot of shares at a higher than I expected price. If you guys want to know exactly how many shares I bought of Gap, links are going to be in the description where you can join my membership. I have a lot of plans with this play. I'm doing a lot of covered calls. I'm doing a lot of cash covered puts. I believe that there's a lot of opportunities to make some money here in this play. And if you guys don't want to join the membership, you guys at least know that I've bought Gap, and I'm going to continue to keep buying, and I'm really long on this position. So for the third stock that I'll be buying in July, Square is one of them. I actually owned Square for a while, but I only had a really small position. If I was smarter back then, I would probably went all in on Square, because Square has been on a complete run for the last 3 months, over a 133% gain. So why did I think about doing a really small position in this is because when I bought it at $103, all right? I was doing a lot of research on this. I was watching every single YouTube video about Square. I was on the Square website trying to buy one of their POS systems. I own the Cash App card. So I was really trying to see how well did it work, if this could be a potential buy for me if I wanted to invest in the company. And I have to say that I was really impressed. When it comes to the Square POS system, they have a lot to improve on that end, especially if they want to use Square in supermarkets or more high traffic, high volume type of stores. I think that's where Square really shines. They're trying to create like a all-in-one system for small businesses so that they can track inventory, track sales, track like growth of their companies through a point of sale system. On the other side of Square, there is the Cash App. This is one of the most popular apps on the App Store right now. So this is the Cash App. I wanted to do a review on this a while back, but I just never used it enough to give you guys my best opinion on it. So if you look here, it's number 1 in finance right now. Just below that is PayPal. That's another stock that was on my watch list, but I went with the Cash App just because I think that the growth opportunity is a lot higher than PayPal. PayPal is pretty well established. They own Venmo, which is the number 3 on the finance chart here. So when it comes to the Cash App, this is one of the more popular apps in the Apple Store, in the iOS Store. 2 million downloads in May of 2020 worldwide. This is a worldwide company now. A lot of people are using the Cash App, and they're acquiring customers more and more every single month. Just imagine being the number 1 app on the App Store, how much exposure you're going to get. Even, Apple is pushing out your app to everyone that is like loading up, trying to see what type of apps that they could download on their phones. So when it comes to Square, it's a business that I understand. I've tried to use their POS system. It's not the best, but it is one of the more easier solutions for small businesses. And when it comes to the Cash App, the growth is almost exponential at this point. And I believe that the Cash App is going to be a bigger portion for Square than the POS system itself. But the only downside is when I check the Morningstar report. Morningstar is a very reputable analysis company. They analyze a lot of stocks, and they said that the fair value for the Cash App right now is $49. So it is well over $49, and the Morningstar report is only giving it a 1 out of 5 stars. And after going through their report, this does tell me that the Cash App is a bit overvalued at the moment. But I know, very similar to Tesla, there's a lot of customers that love Square. And I think that is something that is driving the price up a lot. That's why I'm only doing a really small position, and I'll probably just be dollar cost averaging like many of my other stocks when it comes to Square. For the next stock that I'll be talking about, this is the number 1 stock on my watch list right now, and that is Uber. This is a company that I've always wanted to invest in, but I try not to invest in companies that IPO. That's because I believe that when an IPO does happen, that is just like the time for the original investors to just cash out. And from the looks of it, my predictions were right. Uber IPO'd at $45, and it saw a big downtrend, and then it got hit with the coronavirus. And right now, Uber is sitting at $30. Let's take a look at the Morningstar report here. They're valuing it at a fair value of $48. Currently, it's sitting at just like $18 under fair value. And on top of that, it is a 4 out of 5 star rating. If you guys want to find all these Morningstar reports on your Robinhood account, you have to sign up for Robinhood Gold. If you do sign up with Robinhood Gold and you are a beginner, Don't do margin trading, all right? That's just a big no-no, especially if you just started your investment journey. And with that being said, I'm very bullish on Uber. I'm waiting to see if they could develop an AI for self-driving vehicles. And on top of that, if they're able to grow their Uber Eats and acquire maybe Grubhub, I think that they failed the last time that they tried that. If they're able to do that, especially during the Rona situation where nobody wants to go out of their house because they're afraid to catch it, this is definitely worth a purchase and investment from me if they can perfectly execute that. Before we jump into more stocks that I'm buying in July of 2020, don't forget to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And on top of that, if you guys haven't signed up for a Webull account yet, or if you guys haven't signed up for Robinhood, free stocks. What are you guys waiting for? There's no downside to it. Sign up with the links down below to help out the channel. So let's jump right into M1 Finance. M1 Finance is my baby when it comes to my investments, sitting at just under $24,000. I made so many videos about this portfolio, but let's take a look at my investments for the last purchase that I made. So right now, I'm investing around $700 into M1 Finance every single week. That is a lot of money, all right? If I can pull this off for a whole year, that is $36,000 invested. And on top of that, all of the dividends are getting reinvested into the portfolio. This portfolio is gonna grow a lot faster than I ever expected, all right? So these are the companies that I purchased on Monday, which was 2 days ago. That's the day where I try to update all my members on what I purchased. So you guys are a little bit late to the party when it comes to that respect. But my biggest purchase was into Realty Income, $200 there. Realty Income is really undervalued the last 2 days. But today it just shot up like 2 or 3% for some reason. Honestly, we're in a kangaroo market. I truly believe that. Some days we're down 5%, some days we're up 10%, and then it just alternates right now. I'm not really sure what's holding up the market right now, especially since there's more and more bad news coming out about the Rona situation, how they're trying to postpone reopenings and stuff like that. In my opinion, as an economy, we're still not doing that well, but I do believe that the turnaround is going to come faster than we expect. And I believe that the Rona situation is going to get figured out sooner than later. All right, so if you guys want to watch more from me, don't forget to watch these videos here. Subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification, follow me on Instagram, follow me on my second channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.